Howdy folks, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles. I have a couple of replays that I've been saving for a special occasion, and then no special occasion arrived, so I'm going to show you them now anyway. And they're two very, very rare premium tanks that were only ever available via boxed retail copies of World of Tanks in the Russian gift shop. I've shown you one already, the BTSV. And this thing here, the MTLS 1G14, is another, but this is no longer available. You can still get the BTSV and the Panzer IIJ. This thing, on the other hand, is very much a, if you don't already have it, there's very little chance you're ever going to get it. The tank is not very good. It's probably the most flattering thing I can say about it. I mean, it's bristling with machine guns. Look there. You've got two machine guns sticking out of the upper frontal glacis. You've got a coaxial machine gun next to the two main guns. You've got another machine gun sticking out of the side there. You've got two more machine guns on the top. Just 30 caliber machine guns all over the place. But those two guns are 44 caliber automatic guns, and they do both fire at the same time. So that's the real selling point of this tank. The fact that it has these two 44 caliber autocannons, and which is just as well, because the rest of the machine is not very good. The armour is horrible, it's slow, it's a huge target, there's almost no sloping or angling going on. These were built by a company called Marmon Harrington. Marmon Harrington also built the M22 Locust, which was an airborne tank designed to be airdropped via gliders. And the M22 Locust is alright, and actually, saw combat. This thing never did. They were designed by the Americans, hence why they appear in the American tech tree, but the only people that ever used them were the Dutch. In 1940, the Dutch East Indies had ordered a bunch of Vickers tanks, but obviously, after Dunkirk, there was no way British tanks were going to be sent to defend the Dutch East Indies, and so the Dutch turned to the Americans for assistance, and initially they were sent a bunch of M3 Stuarts, but they failed to arrive before the fall of Java. And so the Dutch ended up getting a bunch of these things instead. They never actually saw combat, however. So you can see the gun firing two shots at once every time. Now, this is 400 to 500 metres range, and there isn't a tier 3 tank gun in the game that should be used at 400 to 500 metres range. And you can see I'm just not penetrating anything. It's because it's only a 44 caliber gun, and I'm firing at targets 450 to 500 metres away. But it's the test account. I don't have access to this test account anymore, by the way. In case anybody's thinking of asking me to look at such and such a tank or whatever, what you see here is what you're going to get. So I'm switching to premium ammo here, and you can see at 400 metres, and you shouldn't expect it to. Even premium ammo from this thing just isn't penetrating anything. Certainly not against an angled T82. So I haven't really had much of a chance to show you what this thing can do yet. There's Panzer IIJ over there. And I'm being very cautious here because I'm the furthest one out. Oh, there we go, get through the side of a 38T.
That's gotta hurt.
Not bad. Oh, hello, Mr. Marder. You just hold on there while I reload. Oh, he's dead. There's that FCM again. Good stuff. There we go. Come on. Come on. Got him. Force a reload? Maybe. BT7 guy left that Panzer IIJ. Chihara on the hill over there, got the crap shot out of him. Still got two shots. Actually, that's two bursts. Don't forget, it's about 40 damage per shot. Well, it's 40 millimeters of penetration, and about sorry, no, it's 47 millimeters of penetration on this gun. About 40 damage per shot. So yeah, it turned out with that BT7 keeping him occupied, those two shots were all I needed. Well, it's technically 4, because every time you pull the trigger, 2 shots come out. You get 2 guns, and that's the selling feature, if you like, of this tank. It's certainly not the speed, manoeuvrability, or the armour.
That one didn't go through. Enemy is hit. We nailed it back.
D2 down there. Very well armoured little tank.
That one didn't go
But
through.
only if you keep your front pointing towards the enemy. Oh, I've run out of ammo anyway. So if he's going to let me reload, it doesn't look like he can see me. 306 metres away. Oh, we'll have him. Will we reload? Will we reload? Ah, he got away. Oh, he's going to drive right into the 37mm gunner. That's Stuart. Yep. Oh, Panzer IIJ killed him. Well, haven't had a very good outing so far. There's only 3 of them left. Although I do have 2 kills, but they weren't very good kills and more extreme range. And this thing isn't particularly slow. I mean, going downhill here I'm doing over 40 kph, but it's certainly not a fast light tank. Not particularly manoeuvrable, but then again it's not particularly unmanoeuvrable either. Certainly nothing to write home about. But it's all about the gun. And at close range this gun is devastating. What have they got left? 3 tier 3s. Well, actually there's only tier 3s in this game. Oh, that's odd. That's weird matchmaking. Nothing but tier 3s. No tier 2s, no tier 4s. Oh, Valentine AT. And I'm out of ammo. Oh, he's jammed my turret.
Turret jammed. We fixed the turret, but it's still not turning very fast.
Oh, and I bounced a shot. Somebody save me.
Rotating the turret slowly. It
Thanks,
should be
guys.
working now.
That could have been nasty. So of the 2 tanks that I'm going to show you today, they couldn't be more different. This thing's got a really good gun and is utterly garbage in just about every other respect. Look at that.
Enemy vehicle destroyed. Went right through.
Finally, actually got to put the gun to use. So, the MTLS 1G14. I'm pretty sure you just can't get this tank anymore. The next tank I'm going to show you, in common with the BTSV, you can still get a hold of. Next up, we've got this little beauty. That is a Panzer IIJ. That thing has 80mm of armour at the front. That's right. More than a KV heavy tank. It's got better frontal armour on a tier 3 light tank than a tier 5 heavy tank. Side armour, 50mm. Rear armour, 50mm. This tank is absurd. There's only one way of getting this thing on the EU server, and it's the same as the BTSV that I showed you about a month ago. And you basically have to order a Russian retail special edition boxed set of World of Tanks, and you choose whether you want to get the BTSV or the Panzer IIJ. And I tried to get this thing, and I managed to, I got Google Translate, and I managed to navigate the ordering process, and then the second I got to the Russian web page for payment, no matter what I clicked on, I couldn't make it work. So I tried to hand over hundreds of euros for one of these tanks and the BTSV, and it literally was a case of, look, just shut up and take my money. But it just would not work. Good luck to you if you manage to get your hands on one of these things. It is the ultimate seal clubbing machine. Watch this. Now, the gun is garbage. But that Panzer IC is physically incapable of penetrating this tank. Now, to put things into perspective here, okay, the Panzer IC's 7.92mm Mauser machine gun has 33mm of penetration. Right. The gun that this thing has has 2/3 that amount of penetration. It doesn't even have the same penetration as a Mauser machine gun. So, and that's the weak spot of this tank. It's kind of slow, and its gun is awful. So, I was using premium ammo. Even with premium ammo, it only gets 46mm of penetration. But look at this. We're like, yeah, hold on, Panzer IIJ. I'm just going to finish chewing this Stuart to death, and I'll be with you in a second. Look how much damage I've taken. That's right, none. And I've taken hundreds of hits. And you tend to find that you don't do much killing when you're in this tank. But the tanks that are with you do, as everybody just frantically expends ammo on you, and you shrug it off. What was this M3 think he's going to achieve? Did you hear that dink? He thought, screw this for a game of soldiers, I'm out of here. Screw you guys, I'm going ham. This tank is awesome. It's far too good. I mean, I totally understand why you can't just buy it for gold in the gift shop or straight out of the tech tree. It's absolutely ridiculous. But oh my god, it is fun. It could be an expensive machine to run though, because you have to use premium ammunition. You really, really do. And even the premium ammunition has crap ammunition has crap penetration. Oh, watch this. This Panzer IIJ's taken no prisoners. Banzai! Oh, man. So, there it is. The Panzer IIJ and the MTLS. Crazy little tanks. But this thing, I absolutely adore it. It's such a game winner. It's completely overpowered. And there's just absolutely no way they should make them. I mean, I wish they would. I'd pay €50 a pop for this tank if they put it in the gift shop, no problem. But it would kill the game. They'd get no new players. Low tier games would just be full of seal clubbers running around in these tanks, slaughtering newbies. So I totally understand why they've made this a very, very limited, hard to get tank. Anyway, take care, folks, and I'll catch you next time. I hope you were amused by this little compilation.